I've been in business for a minute. Okay, I've been in business since I left the military 2013. Okay. Obviously, I have ups and downs, good months, bad months, $0 months, couple $100,000 months, but that's just business. Okay. Now, I'm here to tell you guys something that I learned recently, something that I'm doing, okay, and something that you guys can also do. When I say something you guys can also do, the same, all you really have to do, as long as you have the same connects I have with some of you do, okay, you guys can go ahead and implement the same thing to your business. Okay, so this works for people who are just starting out in business, okay, people who are making money in their business, and people who are looking to acquire. If you want to grow and looking to acquire, you already have a business for 3+ years, all you need is $1 million to maybe acquire, maybe grow, or maybe buy something for your business to grow. Okay, this is what is work for. Okay, this is the money that you can get, the money that I'm allowed to actually give out to you guys. You can use it for your business. Okay, you can also use it to say, um myself, I'm in the trucking industry. With this money I can go ahead and buy real estate. Okay, I don't just have to go into trucking. Okay, so I'm gonna explain it. This is where we're gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna explain what it is, corporate bonds. Okay, I'm gonna explain what it is. No personal guarantee, business credit, business lines of credit, no personal guarantee, corporate bond, and the trucking company. Okay, the trucking industry that I'm in, which literally within the past 24 hours we switched the model. Okay, when I say we switched the model, we're doing a 90/10. So we're charging 10% of management. Okay, that's how we're charging. One of the past 24 hours, my partners and I, we got together. We're like, hey, how can we blow it up? Don't just get into office. There's going to be a lot of money coming into the market. How can we capitalize on it? And this is the way we're going to be able to capitalize on it. And this is actually more beneficial for the regular investor that wants passive income, okay, and for us because we're looking to exit within 3 to 4 years. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to go over is personal guarantee lines of credit and personal guarantee credit cards. That is the easiest, simple money you can get. Okay. What do you need for no personal? I'm sorry. What do you need for personal guarantee? Okay. Personal guarantee meaning if you have a good personal credit score, and this again, this works for Can. Actually, my plug is in Canada. Okay. The person who are doing this type of loans, they're in Canada. Okay. And they work within the US. So for personal guarantee, all it is that you are guaranteeing it, you are the guarantor of your business. So for example, you open a business today, okay? Ganvini Consulting LLC open November 6th. Okay, we open November 6th and nobody knows who Ganvini LLC is. How can Ganvini LLC get lines of credit and get credit cards? How? Well, there's a way around it. You can go ahead and personally guarantee it. Okay. There are a couple requirements. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now the requirements for you guys being on the call. Guys, put
Hey,
yourself
bro.
on mute, please.
Good, good. Yourself?
Okay. I'm just putting people on mute.
If you make me co-host, I can mute people.
Okay. Anyways, so personal guarantee. Personal guarantee means, for example, I have a 685 credit score. I have no hard inquiries. Okay. And I have at least 3 to 5 credit cards of $5,000. I can go ahead and say, hey, Ganvini LLC, I'll go to a bank and tell them, hey, I need 20 grand or 5 grand. They usually ask you, what do you think your business is going to make? So if I say, hey, I think my business is going to make $200,000 this upcoming year, they're going to give you 10% of that. Okay, so if I say, it's called stated income, if I say I'm going to make 200K, they're going to go ahead and give me a business credit card for $20,000. Okay, now, how do you get 200 plus 500, 600, $1 million? How can you get up to that amount? It's very simple. You have to know which bank pulls which credit bureau. Okay, you have to know which bank is if Bank of America is pulling Experian, Chase is pulling Experian, TD Bank is pulling Experian. Guess what? Now you burn Experian. okay, but you have 3 hard inquiries on Experian. You still have 3 more hard inquiries on TransUnion, and three more hard inquiries on Equifax. Okay, so the whole goal is to get 9 credit cards or 9 lines of credit within the short amount of time. Okay, and every business is different. There is a lot of depending the name of your business, depending how long you've been in it, there's a lot of requirements. But if you can, and this is something that I teach on my program, if you can show that, hey, my business looks good and you know where to apply, you get a minimum of $100,000. Okay, and that is at a 0% interest, and that is personal guarantee. Okay, so I know this is very short and sweet, and I'm trying to wrap up. I know some of you don't have a lot of time. Do you have any questions for personal guarantee, business credit cards, and business lines of credit? Any questions at all? Guys, I've been doing this thing for a very long time. Okay, I'm giving everything away. So any questions right now? If not, we're gonna move forward. What's the cap? What do you mean, what's the cap, Miguel? What is the limit? The limit on the cars? What do you mean, what's the limit? Can you be a little more specific?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Is there a ceiling for this particular process that's personally guaranteed?
What do you mean by that? So like can you get more than 200K, more than 500K? What do you mean by
Yeah,
that?
so like I have like 250K ish,
Okay.
and I mean, but I don't really use it much. But I guess how high can that go? How many times can you do
That can
that?
go up to $1 million and you can do it. It all depends on the bank. Okay, so for example, I'll give you guys a play. For American Express, you can go ahead and apply every 30 days per card. American Express do not do a hard inquiry. So once you're in with American Express, they're gonna go ahead and see, let's say you have a charge card. Okay, a charge card is the platinum. Okay, if you're buying and paying it off, every 30 days you can increase the limit up to 3 times. So for example, if you have a $10,000 Amex in 30 days or 60 days, you can go ahead and ask for 30. After you get 30 in 60 days, you can go ahead and ask for 90. Okay, it all depends on how you use it. Is there a ceiling to answer your question? There's really not a ceiling, okay, but they do look at how you're managing your money. And that is per bank, that's individual per bank. What I can tell you, if you have 200,000 and you don't use it, you will lose it. Okay, I lost 2 cars that way. I didn't use Bank of America and Wells Fargo, and I got taken away. My Bank of America had a 10-year age limit. Okay, did I answer your question, Miguel?
Yeah, and then on that, like let's say you apply every 30 days. Every time 30 days, do they just increase the limit, or does that 0% reset
No,
or
the 0% does not reset. The 0% is just an introductory rate.
so you just gotta use it. You gotta use it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Any
Uh,
other questions?
So when it comes to your personal liquidity, how relevant is that in applying for credit?
It's
Uh,
not relevant at all.
Okay, so they only just personal credit and that's it, and then your stated income, and that's what they'll grant you.
Yep.
Really quick, Arturo, because I know they're not capping what they're lending now anymore, right? Like there was a worry because of the economy, but they're still lending businesses, right?
Well, I'll tell you guys something. There's gonna be so much money in the market coming up. Okay. They're literally gonna give out money. They're gonna want you to take their money. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys don't, those who are already making $1-2 million, if you don't take advantage, within this next 12 months, okay, it's gonna be very tough to bring up your business. And when I say take advantage, I'm talking about if you don't use the money that they're giving you, okay, we're not gonna see a day or time like this. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Trump is gonna come into office. They're gonna throw the economy to shit. But if you can sustain for those 6-7 months, however long the economy is gonna be down, guys, the light at the end of the tunnel is gonna be amazing. Okay, right now, some of you know, I'm doing my paperwork, okay, to get a $40 million loan. I'm getting it at a 4.75% interest. Okay, and this is something that I'm gonna get into through corporate when we get to corporate bond in a little bit. Okay, so right now let's just focus on personal guarantee, lines of credit, and business credit. This is something that I've been doing for a very long time. Okay, like Miguel, most of it you know the play. Okay, you have a business, you're making money, you know how to finesse that. I mean, you don't know exactly what you did, but you kind of stumble your way to get it. Okay, like for example, for a brand new business, you can go ahead and make yourself look good with no income and get two, three, $400,000. I got a guy's $600,000. I got an 18-year-old kid $170,000 first round. Okay, so there's no really a limit. You just got to know what you're doing. Okay, and that is in the program that I have. Any other question when it comes to personal guarantee?
Yeah, hey Arturo, how you doing, brother? I don't know if you can hear me well. There's a
I
little bit
hear
of
you.
background noise. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, quick question. So, let's say a business that's been, it's been up and running for about 3 to 5, maybe going on 6 months. How would I be able to, fund that business with what you're talking about? Would it be through my own personal credit, or would it start a brand new credit line through the LLC that I have under the company name, or?
Okay, so it doesn't matter how long for personal guarantee, it doesn't matter how long your company has been open. You can open it today. That's why I gave that example. I open a business today. Can I fund the business I opened today $200,000? Yes, you can.
Would they be pulling from my personal credit? You said, right? It'd be from
Exactly.
3 different
Yep.
credit.
Yep, because
Okay.
you're doing personal guarantee. Yeah.
Okay. And you said that the best thing to look forward for would be what bank pulls from what credit source, right? Like TransUnion, Equifax, Spike, or whatever, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. Now, is that information that they would have to tell me? The loan officer would tell me if I ask them, or it's a system that I would have to put into play in order for it to go down that way?
There's a website. Okay, it's called creditboards.com. Creditboards.com will tell you which bank pulls from which credit bureau is 70% accurate.
Hey, the credit limits that they approve you for, like what is that based on? Is that based on like the credit, your personal credit, like the LLC, or what is it based on?
It's based on your stated income. You tell them it's 250, you're gonna make 250K, they're gonna give you 10% of that. That's 25,000.
But is it as simple, like just tell them, okay, my business is projected to make 250, so you can make 550, and then they're gonna base it off of that?
Now, 250K is the cap. Anything above 250, they're gonna start you for document.
Arturo, I also noticed you said that the name of the LLC matters a lot as well. Is there something like where it would have to have global or worldwide or consulting or something along those lines in the name in order for the bank to, I guess be a bit more comfortable in loaning you the money, or
Yeah.
what did you mean by that?
Yeah, management, marketing, consulting, something that's not brick and mortar. It's more you'll have more options.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Guys, any other question before we move to the no personal guarantee?
Yeah, other quick question here. What's the minimum credit score needed to apply for this?
685.
685.
It's 655.
685. Dennis, can you mute yourself, please?
What was the name of the website that you mentioned that says the name of the credit bureaus?
Credit Boards.
BORS.
BOARDS. Boards. Like skateboard.
And then also, you don't have the ability to pay off these loans that you get. Credit limit may be at the end of the 12-month term. You start to see interest accruing and it's eating you up. What do you do? Do you file for bankruptcy on behalf of the business? How does that affect you personally, or what do you do in that situation?
That if you file for bankruptcy, you're fucked for the next 7 years or 2 years until you get it out.
Is that the only way out, or what do you do if you can't pay off these business loans if you have a personal guarantee?
So there's different ways to do it. Okay, and I explain all that in the course. The way I teach people how to do it is start with national banks. You start with national banks and you can't pay it off, you can push it over to regional banks. If you can't pay off regional banks, you can push that credit over to credit unions. Okay, and that's buying you 1, 2, 3 years. Now, if you cannot pay it off within 3 years, I wouldn't recommend you guys going into business. Okay, I wouldn't get money to go into business. Because if you're getting money and you can't pay it off, I mean, I'll tell you something. These people will look at, let's say, if you get out 200K and you go ahead and, you know, fucking start popping bottles at the club, okay? Anything over $350 misuse is considered fraud. Okay, so you have to have a liable business. I'm not saying that they're gonna go and try to charge for fraud, but I'm saying that they have unlimited money and you just gotta do your best to lift off your business.
Okay. Yeah, I was just
Okay. And this is, I mean, and if you don't know where to invest your money, who asked this question? What's your name?
my name is Sebastian.
Sebastian, okay. If you don't know where to invest this money, get to me at the end. Okay. My trucking business, bro, you make 100% back your money within the first 15 months, and it's weekly payouts. Okay, so there are places where you can invest your money. You can also serve as a hard money lender. Okay, you call title company and hey, I'm a hard money lender. I charge 3 points up front at a 10% or 15% APY. Okay, that means if you lend 100K, you're gonna charge $3,000 to start up the 100K. Okay, and then you're gonna make an extra 15,000 if the loan term is for 12 years. Okay, and the title company takes care of all that, all the documents. You pay them $300 and they do the whole process. Okay,
And-
so there are ways you can invest your money and you can make money with that money.
Interesting. You can do that with a business credit card.
You can do, yeah, you can cash out business credit card, yes.
But isn't that unrelated to your business, which would be considered fraudulent use of the card?
No, you gotta just have the right contract.
And that's contingent on the bank. That's where you see that variance in the contract.
No, it's contingent to your business. You can open a consulting business and then consulting business can go ahead and start investing in real estate.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just all done internally. Or you can have that business let another one of your business borrow money.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you.
Of course. Any other questions before we move on?
Yeah, what is typically like the liquidity fee for liquidating the cards as cash?
It all depends who you go to. If you go through Stripe, it's 3%. I have a guy, he charges 4%, so it all depends. It all depends who you go through. Guys, other questions? Okay, no more questions. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move over to no personal guarantee. Okay, no personal guarantee means if the business fails, you are not liable for it. Okay, when I say you're not liable for it, I'm talking about, hey, you got $1 million and your business went to shit. You tried your best to bring your business up and you couldn't make it. Okay, the reality is 95% of businesses don't make it. Okay, within a span of 10 years. So they know that. Okay, now how do you get no personal guarantee credit cards or lines of credit? It's literally the same thing. And I'm telling you what we're doing. Okay, this is what we're doing. We buy an H corporation. Okay, we add trade lines to the H corporation, and then we attach that H corporation to a company that's making $10 million. Okay, we introduce that to the banks, and it's an all done for you. Okay, we introduce that to the banks. The bank says, hey, and it's the same thing as a personal guarantee, but who's guaranteeing it? A business is making $10 million. Okay, we show it to the bank, say, hey, bank, look, we own this brand new LLC, or this, this LLC that's been open for 2 years, and we have 2 trade lines. Guys, put yourself on mute, please. Okay, you have an H corporation with 2 trade lines, one of 150, another one 350K or 80K, whatever it might be, and you also have $10 million on your taxes. Okay, so they say, hey, okay, we can let you borrow 50K here, 40K here, 25K here, whatever it is. Okay, then what we do is we detach the primary business, but your business, your H corporation, already got funded with $350,000, or actually $360,000 your first round. Okay, and that is no personal guarantee, meaning If the business fails, hey, it fucking failed. Okay? That is how we're getting no personal guarantee business credit cards and lines of credit. Okay? Do you guys have any questions on that?
Yeah, so just to be clear, you said aged corporation, meaning a corporation that has how many years of running?
2 to
So
7 years.
2 to 7.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And when the capital is raised, is it based off of purely the credit of the business, or is it also personal credit as well?
No personal credit, just the credit of the business and the tax returns of the main business we're attaching it to.
Got it. Thanks.
What is an H corporation?
H corporation is just a fancy way of saying a corporation has been open for over 2 years. There's people out there that open a lot of businesses and they shelved it. Okay, they just hold it. That's an H corporation. It's a corporation that is aged.
I have another question. In order to move forward with this, in my case, I've been an angel investor. I have equity in entities, but I don't have any entity myself that's over 2 years that would be something that would be good for potential credit. Do you have access to or recommend someone potentially making an investment and buying a business in order to get access to this credit? And would you know how to assess such a business to determine if it would be something good to raise credit with?
Yes, so that will go when we go into corporate bonds. I can talk more about it. Okay, but you can get right now. I'm doing a leverage on 3 different corporations in order to get $360,000. All of that is going to be dumped into the trucking business. Okay, and then I'm getting another 360K, which I'm paying up front, and then I'm also paying a back end fee in order to get corporate bonds. Corporate bonds is money that comes from either insurance companies or hedge funds. Okay, and you can definitely use it to acquire other companies. And it's also no personal guarantee, but there is a fee up front and on the back end. And we're also taking a percentage of the company.
Question, how do you attach the H company to a company that's already doing 10 million in revenue?
How do we attach it? We buy it. So we do everything in-house. So the main company buys the H corporation.
Gotcha.
So you know how you own, let's say, I own Blue Bay Rental LLC. Well, instead of me owning Blue Bay Rental LLC, Walmart owns Blue Bay Rental LLC. You see what I'm saying? So Walmart has a lot of power, have a lot of money, very well known. Walmart owns Blue Bay Rental LLC. They look at Walmart's taxes, and you can go ahead and get money.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that is for no personal guarantee. Okay, you can actually leverage anywhere between $25,000 to $50,000, depending on the amount you're trying to get, in order to get $300,000 plus. And if you have a business that can pay it off or that can hold that loan for 6 months, okay, once the bank see that you're paying it off, hey, it gets raised to $700,000, then to $1 million. So within a year, you can have $1 million lines of credit, okay, with a no personal guarantee. Guys, any questions on the no personal guarantee before we move into corporate bonds? No, going once, going twice.
Yeah, I got a question.
Go
So
ahead.
let's just say you're working with somebody and you're not trying to get funding for yourself. You're just trying to get a fee based off the amount you funded someone else, and they're starting a brand new LLC. You're recommending going and just getting the no personal guarantee stuff in the form of credit stacking, or are you recommending like more advanced plays for something like that to get a bigger percentage?
It all depends where they're going to invest their money. Okay, if they already have a liable business, I recommend corporate bond.
Okay.
Okay, if they're just starting brand new and they don't know what they're doing, I will say try and go ahead and do the no personal guarantee. Okay, if they're just, hey, they have a good head on their shoulders, then they know what they're doing and they just need money like yesterday, do the personal guarantee.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, another question. What is the minimum credit score needed for the business credit cards? 685. And this is for the personal guarantee, Nestor. Personal guarantee, they check out your personal credit score. Not personal guarantee, they look at the business credit, okay? And the person or the entity who owns that business credit, who owns that business, that new H corporation.
You said if you don't know what you're doing, get into the personal guarantee, and if you already got a business established, do the no personal guarantee, right?
That if you have a business established and you're making money, I will do a corporate bond. Corporate bond is cheaper money, way more money. They see you paying it off, they will increase it. Okay, so I'll give you an example. If you have a business that's making $1 million, okay, and $50,000 is netting, so it's netting 5%. This institution, these hedge funds and these insurance companies, they're lending up to 100%, 95 to 100% on the net income of your business. What does that mean? That means if you're grossing $1 million, but you're only netting $50,000, guess what? You can go ahead and borrow $1 million for $50K because they know you can carry out the loan. You see what I'm saying? So everybody here should be making at least $50,000 a year. If you're making $50,000 a year, I can get you $1 million at a 5% or 4.75% APY. Okay, just remember, we take a fee up front, we also take a fee on the back end, and we also take a percentage of the company. Okay, so this is for people who are aggressively looking, trying to grow. Like for example, you have a business, I don't know, whatever business it is, but you're actually making $200,000. You're netting $200,000. We can get you 10, 14. I mean, my partner has done $2.5 billion corporate bond. You know what I'm saying? So these are people that are serious. They talk when they have the money. Hey, they go ahead and do it. Okay, there's a lot of people involved. There's accountants involved. There's attorneys involved. Usually, these family offices or insurance companies or the hedge funds, they like to see documents that look a certain way. So what you're paying up front is for the document to look a certain way, so we can give it to them. Okay, they charge a fee on the back end, and we also charge a fee on the back end. Okay, and we also take a piece of the company. You see what I'm saying? So, for example, if
What is
you're
the fee?
looking, go ahead.
What is the fees for the front end, back end, and the?
It all depends. The more you're looking to get, the less expensive it is. So right now I'm doing a $40 million loan on my business. I'm paying $350,000. Okay, $350,000 up front. I'm paying 5% on the back end, and I'm also giving part of my company. Okay, but what? I can carry out the loan. I can pay off that loan in a year and a half, and then the rest is profit. You see what I'm saying? So I don't really care about paying 5% on the back end, $350K up front. You know, in reality, for $40 million, I'm literally paying an average of 8%. You see what I'm saying? So it all depends where your business is at. You know, if you're looking to acquire like yours as a marketing company, if you're looking to acquire more marketing companies, all we need to see is what is your netting, what have you netted. Okay, we pretty much make your papers look good, send it to the broker will shop it around, he gets a percentage, everybody gets paid. Okay, and this is for people who are looking to grow. And I'm telling you guys, within the next 12 to 15 months, money's gonna be fucking cheap. Okay, they're gonna bring down the economy in the next 7 months. After Trump does whatever he's gonna do, guys, money is going to be cheap. Okay, there's gonna be so much money, interest rates are gonna plummet. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw on the news, as soon as Trump won, Bitcoin, you know, all-time high, 75K. So it's gonna be good times for everybody. Everybody who's looking to grow, to make money, to start a business, is going to be good times. Guys, any other questions when it comes to?
Yeah, I do have a quick question. You did mention private equity for a second, like in family offices. As I don't know if you were talking about them as sources of capital, or what exactly their involvement is within the process, but can you go a little bit more into detail so I can understand?
Yeah,
how
I'll go over in
relevant-
detail when we move to corporate bonds. So I just want to wrap
Okay,
up.
got it.
Yeah, I want to wrap up non-personal guarantee lines of credit and credit cards. Any question how that works?
What,
Yeah, I had a question in the chat.
Okay, what's the question? Explain fees. Okay, can you be a little more specific, Miguel? Just explain fees.
No, you already explained it. I think somebody else had another question. I think it was
Okay,
another.
anybody else has another question?
Yeah, the question was, what happens to the business if it fails? What happens if you can't pay the loan
There's
back
no
with a
personal
non-person?
guarantee, nothing.
Because it's not under your name?
Correct. If there's no personal guarantee, if you're doing a no personal guarantee, nothing happens.
So your
Taxpayer bill.
Go ahead. What's that?
Taxpayers foot the bill.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. Like I was telling you, I had a lunch with Miguel this past week. Guys, these banks F people. The people who get F are the regular 9 to 5 people, the people who believe on paying taxes. Okay, the people who say, "Oh no, we need better roads. Let me just give more money to the government." Those are the people that get screwed all the time. Okay, every third world country, all those funds that people pay so they can retire. Okay, when they get 60 or 65, when they turn 65, what happens? They're empty. Why? They're bankrupt. Why? Because somebody stole the money. Okay, people that have goodwill like us or like the majority of us, what do we like to do? We like to be conservative. Oh, let me not go all in. Oh, let me just not take more than what I can chew. Okay, when you have other people that literally have bad intent going all in and just ripping people off. Okay, and this is the reason why I'm very, very aggressive when it comes to business, when it comes to funding, me letting you guys know everything that I'm doing, because I believe in actually good people with money can do better good than bad people with money. Look at P. Diddy. P. Diddy owns the whole, music industry. Okay, and look at what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, we can do way better than him, especially if we're on the other side of the coin. Guys, any other questions?
Yeah, any common I mean, I know there's like an infinite amount, but anything that you've seen that's a good use for non-personally guaranteed. I mean, if you're talking $1 million, like real estate, yeah, what is your preference, I guess?
I will say merchant acquisitions and real estate. So you cannot go wrong if you have infinite money. You cannot go wrong just buying your competitors in one area. Okay, why? So I'll give you an example. Let's say, Miguel, what business are you in?
Junk removal.
Okay, junk removal. Okay, so let's say you're known in Pinellas County, but you are, I don't know, out of 100 companies, you're the company 80. Okay, but what happens when you go ahead and buy all your competitors in Pinellas County? Now, instead of charging $2,000 a ton, now you can charge $2,500 a ton. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because you have monopolized an area. You monopolize a sector. You see what I'm saying? So there are ways that you can actually increase the value of your company, not only by merchant acquisition, but you go in merchant acquisition, monopolize an area, increase the price. Okay, today I was talking to a banker. I met with a banker today. I went to Truist to open an account. Okay, Truist is SunTrust and BB&T put together. Okay, so I asked him, dude, what made what made the merge? He said, bro, it's simple. We merged because everybody had different locations, and then they increased the price on their checking account. Literally, and they increased the price on incoming wires and outgoing wires. So pretty much, and I'll just give you an example. This is just for you guys to have an idea. If you have a business, okay, let's say your business makes $1 million. you sell water. Okay, and now you go ahead and buy all the competitors in that area. Okay, you buy it for 2 times EBITDA, meaning that they make $1 million profit, you pay 2 million for it. Okay, but you freaking sell water. Okay, if you increase the price of water, since you're the only one in that area, you double the price of water, guess what? You just made up your money. And then if you do an IPO on that company, dude, you just 9x your money just by doing a couple contracts and merging a company. Okay, so if you got, I know it sounds risky and it sounds like, oh my God, like I don't know if I can do this. Guys, I've seen people younger than me doing merchant acquisitions. Okay, they have no idea what they're doing. They just got access to money and they're just blindly doing and following. It literally takes faith. Okay, it takes faith. Those people are no different than us. They're really not. They just have the balls to do it. Okay, most people don't have the balls to do it. Most people will not sell their house to put their money into a business that is failing. Okay, why? Because we believe, it's just we're in a mental prison. Okay, that's the honest truth. Any other questions?
I was just gonna say a quick comment that just blew my mind. I think I talked to you about this, but like merging and merging acquisitions, like building bundling up companies makes them more valuable because there are less of those companies that have more revenue. There's a lot of failing businesses that make very little money, but there's a lot less companies that have more revenue, more profit, and a bigger piece of the market. So yeah, when I heard about that, I was like, wow, if you just buy a couple of businesses around your area, you can double, triple your multiple on your exit, which is crazy.
Exactly. So a quick overview. If your business makes less than $5 million, you can sell it at a 3 times multiple. If you make more than $5 million, now the multiple is 5, 6, 8. Okay, so just by more revenue, your multiple increases. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Merchant acquisition is a total different game. That's why if you can get access to this money and just buy different companies and monopolize an industry, monopolize an area, not only you're gonna make more money, okay, but you're gonna be the lead that you can increase it. There's a lot of things you can do. Increase the price of your product. Okay, you make more revenue, your multiple increase. Go ahead, Austin, you had a question?
Yeah, so basically, I think it just depends. I think it's a very specific situation. I was just talking with a family office at BlackRock, and they were telling me that one of the entity structures that we want to do for a company actually meant that we didn't want to include 2 entities or one taking full ownership, because that would make it harder for us to raise debt through investment bankers and through private equity if a technology company is owning shares and has like some sort of a cash flow through to this other entity that owns the property. I mean, it's a little bit of a niche thing, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up and want to know if you had any thoughts about that, and like what separates subsidiaries from absolute mergers.
Dude, to be honest, to answer your question, I have no idea. Okay, all I know is how to get you money, and I'm plugged in to get you money. Okay, non-recourse. The people, because we use specific brokers, they do not even give us who they're raising the money from until the money is raised. Okay, if we go in there and say, hey, we had a client, we don't, can you work on the front fee? We wouldn't even push it. We just tell them we can't work with you. Okay, why? Because those relationships that took 10, 15 years to build, okay, and you start dabbling with, trying to not pay an extra 10 grand, that would just hang up the phone and you just lose the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So this is the corporate bond is for people who are serious, who are going to battle to get money. Okay, and you can use it for M&As, you can use it for real estate. There's a lot of things, a lot of different things you can use it. Okay, there are certain things that they look at, like experience, how many years you've been open, whatever, but we make it look good before we give it to the broker. The broker knows what they're looking for, and they know where to shop it. And they know how to go and say, hey, okay, we're only raising 14 million, we're only raising 50 million, whatever it is. This is the cap, these are the terms that we're looking for, and these people have a lot of money. Okay, the insurance companies, hedge funds, they have a lot of money. Okay, like you mentioned, Austin, you mentioned BlackRock, they have trillions of dollars. They don't know what to do with the money. They're literally wiping out islands in order to acquire their land. Okay, because they have so much money. So them giving you $14 million is nothing. $50 million is nothing. Guys, any other questions? No questions? Okay, so we're gonna move into corporate bonds. Okay, corporate bonds. Corporate bond, all it is. Okay, when people hear corporate, or at least me, when I was younger, I hear corporate, I imagine tall buildings in Miami or in Chicago or in New York. Okay, everybody thinks all corporate. Oh my God, a huge building. All a corporate bond is, you're selling paper. This is how you actually can create money out of thin air. Okay, why? You show a document. Okay, it's 177 sheets of paper that says, hey, this company has made this much money. This is where we see the growth. This is how we've been growing. This is how much money we need to do X, Y, and Z. This is our risk mitigation, yada, yada, yada. Okay, all it is is sheets of paper, it's a folder with documents that say why you deserve to get X amount of money. Obviously, there are a couple requirements. Okay, but I want you guys to think it as all it is a folder with documents that pretty much tell somebody that, hey, we are a good investment. And they let you borrow money based on that. That's all it is. Okay. We're trying to stay above $10 million. We're trying to stay above $10 million. We can do as low as $1 million. Okay, but there's really not that much money. When I say as low as $1 million, so if you need $1 million in corporate bond, yeah, we can do 5%. Okay, we can do 5% APY, 20-year term, interest only, no prepayment penalty. We are gonna take more of your company. Okay, why? Because we're not making any money. We're really not making money. It's a lot of paperwork to, it's the same amount of paperwork to do $500 million and to do $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be more aggressive taking more of your company. So this is more for people who are already established, who are looking to, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna go on a buying spree. Okay, I'm gonna go and just buy, and you're able to pay off the loans or carry out the loan for 2-3 years. You just keep on buying until you exit. Okay, corporate bonds is for that. Or if you have a business, like for example, the trucking industry, where you're pretty much making 100% of your investment within the first 12 to 15 months. Hey, that means I can get $10 million, put it here, and I'm gonna make those $10 million back. They're gonna get paid off, and then there on out, I'm gonna make $1 million a month profit. You see what I'm saying? So you have to know where to invest the money, or you have to have a plan with that money. Okay, it does cost money. It does cost money to bring out to fruition, but it does take time also.
Let me ask you, Arturo. So just to kind of get the gist of this, you have a business. You're trying to get a corporate bond. You guys package it up together before you send it to the broker, who's going to be able to get the money. You take a percentage upfront, or whatever your fee is upfront. You take a piece of the company, a percentage of equity of the company, and then on the exit, you also get a piece of the pie. Now, do you guys have any requirements, any process to make sure that the business actually is able to scale? Because like I said with you, like one of the things that I've noticed is like operations is a hard part. I know some of that is having the right people in place, but do you guys have a process, or is it like, here, have this money, hopefully you don't blow it?
It's pretty much, here, have this money, hopefully you don't blow it. That's that. I mean, we do make sure that you're looking good. Okay. At the end of the day, money talks. Meaning, if you're already making $100,000 a year profit, and you say, "Hey, I need $2 million to make 400,000." You see what I'm saying? So, but if like, "Hey, I need $4 million. I don't know what to do with it." No, you have to put in there what you're gonna do with it, how you're gonna be able to use the money to increase revenue. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You can say, "Hey, we're gonna increase revenue through merchant acquisitions." Okay, we do the corporate bond. Hey, it's gonna be through merchant acquisitions. Hey, we're gonna do it because we're gonna buy, like me. Hey, we're gonna buy more trucks. Okay, we're doing it in order to buy more trucks. This is the revenue per truck that we're getting. You see what I'm saying? So it's case by case scenario. It's case by case scenario. In your situation, Miguel, I will go on a buying spree. Within the next 2 years, just buy all the profitable companies. Just have a requirement of the company that you're looking at, and just buy at a 2-3 multiple. Buy. Net $5-10 million. If you're buying a 2 multiple, after $5 million in revenue, you can sell a 5 multiple. You're gonna make the difference. You're gonna make 15 mil or 20 mil, whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it is. It's revenue based. So if you're buying, put it this way, if your company makes $1 million profit, okay, $1 million profit, you can sell it for $3 million. Okay, that's 3 times multiple. Okay, $2 million profit, you can sell for $6 million. Why? That's still 3x. Once you hit $5 million, okay, now it's not 3x anymore. Now it's 5x. You see what I'm saying? So if you can buy 5 companies that are making $1 million net at 3x without doing nothing to them, okay, after 5 mils, and you package them all together, now you make the difference from 3x to 10x, and you're just borrowing money to do that jump. You see what I'm saying? So that's literally corporate bonds. Okay, if you guys have money, and anybody here can get the money. Okay, like I said, if you can be making $50,000 a year, you can get $1 million. $50,000 a year, you can get $1 million at a 4.75 interest, no prepayment penalty, 20-year interest payment only. Okay, now what are you gonna do with the money? Well, there's a lot of things you can do with money. Okay, right now I'm investing into trucking. We're doing a 90-10 split. Why? Because we're looking to grow. We're looking to grow the rental side of the trucking. Okay, so 90-10 split. What does that mean? We take 10% for managing, you keep 90. So if you guys don't know where to put money, hey, this is an option. You see what I'm saying? So there's different ways. Also, we're partnering up with companies, coaching companies, okay, or brand new coaching like Floor has, okay, in order to what? Hey, I know marketing, she'll probably take 10 months to blow her business. Hey, Arturo, can you do this? Let's partner up. We get it up in 30 days. And you're saving time. Why? Because right now, until Trump gets out of office, okay, if they don't kill him, things are going to be good. People are going to be making a lot of money. Okay, everybody should be making money. Everybody here should be hitting, if you're just starting out your company, you should be hitting at least $1 million within the next year. At least $1 million. Okay, you can do Uber, make $1,000 a week, save it up. Okay, in a year you have 50K, go ahead, get 350K, boom. Now in 2 years, you just went from literally zero, from Uber driver, all the way up to, investing $350,000 on a business, or trucking, or investing in a business. I'll tell you what I'm doing with the money. I'm not only putting it in trucking, okay, we're also looking at companies pre-IPO, and we're investing money. I'm gonna be investing money in companies that are pre-IPO. Why? 9x your investment. Okay, you're literally buying, let's say, for example, my business. Okay, my business, when everything is said and done, it's about 60% net. Okay, from the money that comes in, 60% net. 60% net. People out in the market consider 10% a year good. Literally, they consider 10% a year good. Okay. Just think about it. You go IPO, you go public. Hey, you're getting, 50%. People are gonna buy until it levels out. 5 to 10%, whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of ways you can make money. Okay, a lot of ways you can make money. Any other questions? When it comes to corporate bonds, when it comes to personal guarantee, business credit cards, no personal guarantee credit cards.
You
The
said if you
trucking
don't have a
company.
place to put the money in, like if you got money, you don't have a place to invest it in. Like, what do you mean by like you can about your trucking?
Okay, so the trucking company, it is a 55K entry. Okay, you get paid weekly about $35 to $4,000 a month. Okay, so it's about $900 a week. Okay, so you make your money back up within 15 months. Okay, everything after that is profit. You see what I'm saying? We take 10%, we give you 90%. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't know where to put money, hey, this is an idea. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm putting all my money in there. Okay, and that also has a limit. Like I can only push so many trucks. Literally, we can only push so many trucks. Why? Because then it's gonna growing too fast. It's gonna, right now it's taking 8 to 10 weeks to get a road ready. Okay, we're literally turning down investors. Okay, my friend's buying a lot here in Tampa and Lakeland in order to be able to fulfill and bring in more investors because it's just growing too fast. Go ahead, Austin. You have a question? Yo.
Oh, sorry, was muted. Just based off those returns and that growth, that's actually like pretty exceptional. Like personally, that outperforms like a typical hedge fund. So like for me, if I was in that situation, my plan would be to see what diversification and growth would look like possibly after a potential sale, or at least diversification of assets while everything is going like really, really smoothly. Do you guys have a plan for that? Do you personally have a plan for that? Because you said right now you're all in on it. Do you have like a diversification strategy in the future, or are you working with anyone on that kind of stuff?
So we're looking to exit in 3 years. Okay, we're looking to exit the rent. So there's 4 companies involved. Okay, there's the rental side, there's the management side. Okay, there is myself raising money, and there's the dispatch side. Okay, everybody has a different job, quote unquote, within the business. So for example, I cannot go ahead and say, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna rent from them anymore. I'm gonna rent from this other company. I can't do that. Okay. Also, people cannot, let's say you guys are, oh, you guys are renting from this guy. His name is Chris. You guys are renting from Chris. This is his company. He cannot rent out outside of us. And he doesn't even have, he's not allowed to rent out individually. Okay. They have to come in through us. You see what I'm saying? So there's certain things that are specific on the business that helps all 4 of us. And I got into it late because my friend told me about it. Dude, my friend told me about it last year. Okay, I literally got in it late. Okay, and that's because I was like, hey, I'm looking to allocate some money. I came up with some money a few months ago, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go all in on this. Okay, and then I came up with a little bit more money, and then hey, I'm gonna go all in on this. Okay, and then I talked to him. He's a friend of mine that I helped out. He's like, bro, this is how things are moving. I want you in it. Bam, we made agreements. Now I'm in. And this is all through relationship based. All of this is relationship based. Guys, any other question when it comes to either the trucking or corporate bonds? Business lines of credit with personal guarantee, with no personal guarantee.
Yeah, so question about corporate bonds, because that's all new to me now. I mean, I know that, so you would have to do the business credit before you do corporate bonds?
You don't have to, you can go straight to corporate bonds.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah, as long as you're profitable, you can go straight to corporate bonds. Any other questions? So I'm currently in the process of way.
So you know my business, Arturo. Like, would you go if you were me? Would you go straight into corporate bonds
1000%.
instead of business credit not secured?
1000%.
Because it's a 5. You said it's a 95%. So 5%. Like right now, we probably profited 200K this year. That would be
$4
$4 million.
Yep.
And go shopping.
Pretty much. You can open a division to do real estate. If I was you, Miguel, I will talk to all the trash men in the area and, you know, pay them $100 and hey man, any houses you send me and we close on, I'll give you 1%. And now you're gonna have all this, you know, the people that pick up the trash, they know where the houses that are falling down are. You know, you just gotta go in there and just dedicate yourself on going, talking, and closing deals. You're gonna have the money. They want 300K, say, hey, I'll give you 200,000 tomorrow, and then just wait 2 weeks and put it on the market without touching them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's ways that you can multiply your money without having to do, you know, your type of work, which is very labor intensive. Go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, sorry, I just keep getting questions. Such an interesting call. One, I gotta say that garbage truck idea is fucking brilliant. I fucking love that. And my second question is there a market right now for aged corporations that people are building out to sell to people that are interested in raising credit and doing something of their own? Is there a market that is like that people are targeting to build these entities and get them looking good on books and, you know, do legitimate business, but with an exit strategy specifically for people like us?
There is a market. There's a lot of people selling H corporations. You just have to know and have to understand the name, where were they built, who owned them, the documents, everything behind it. So most of it in the market is trash. Okay, just people that went and opened a lot of companies. You have to understand business credit in order for you to acquire the right company. And then after even let's say you acquire the right company, you acquire the right lines of credit for that business, you will still need, and that's where most of our money goes. Okay, you still have to attach it to a company that has been open, that has taxes for many years. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of variables in there. You know, you got to make sure you have a business credit score. Okay, you have to make sure you have trade lines. You have to make sure that the business looks liable. Okay, the business name is correct. And then the hardest part for us has been finding, which we already have it, which was finding that company that has made enough money that the person doesn't have to personally guarantee it.
Is there like a step-by-step or clear process in order to make that assessment? Or are there
Yeah.
people, you know, that specialize in that other than yourself that can do that? Take a company, ask them for just basically the bare minimum, and work them through some sort of process to be able to assess whether or not they would be a good fit
Yeah,
before.
so I have a program that teaches all that. Pretty much teaches you where you need to be at in order to get personal guarantee, lines of credit, business credit cards, et cetera, how to build your business credit score, how to check your how to check your business credit score. Okay, like I said, the hardest part is for a company to allow you to attach your company to them. Okay, that's why you get no personal guarantee. Did that answer your question, Austin?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, that makes me think a lot about this guy I met in LA who still does radio advertising and surprisingly is killing it. What was mentioned in the chat is baby boomers are going to be retiring in the next upcoming years, and I feel like a lot of us young bloods are a little more privy to money hacking, and so yeah, I think that there's an opportunity to finding these businesses. Whether or not making a decision to either work with them to help them get that credit and taking a slice, or just acquiring them themselves to get access to that credit yourself. So no, I think this is great information. Thanks for sharing.
Right. What state was that? Your radio guy? California?
Yeah, no, I met him in LA. He has like, I think it's a university, like he has a whole fucking establishment in Texas. And basically he partners with businesses to make advertisements on the radio just because it's so goddamn cheap, but targeting a specific population of people, especially in smaller parts of the US where maybe depending on what the criteria is for these businesses that can get access to credit, that might fit the bill. Yeah, I met him at the W. He took me out for a very, very, very expensive dinner just because I was an engineer and he was interested in talking to me. I know that he's definitely a stand-up dude and I believe his story. So definitely a good contact to have for me. But yeah, it just makes me think that this is there's something here. So yeah, appreciate your time.
For sure. Guys, any other questions? You guys have any questions? Okay, you guys, I'll give you guys my number, 786. This is my personal number. Guys, I'm telling you what I'm doing, 786-913-0466. Okay, you can all write me, you can all text me. Okay, let me see.
Yo, can you drop it in the chat?
Yeah, I'm putting it in the chat right now. Okay, so I sent my number, 786-913-0466. Okay, anybody also, guys, if you guys know people for the trucking, I give a percentage. Okay, if you guys have somebody to come in, that want to invest in the trucking, I give a percentage. Okay, any other question? This is all money, guys. All this information. If you guys have somebody that, hey, they make $10 million and they're looking for 15 mil, hey, we work everything into the deal.
Yeah, I guess I do have one question. What is like the target demographic for the people that you've had the most success raising the investment in the trucking business, so that I can know which people in my network would be the best to pass your way?
Okay, so the demographics are, most of them are truck drivers, number one. The other ones are people who have their money in their stock market. Okay, the stock market will tell you, hey, since the 1960s, they made 7,000% or 9,000% since the 1960s. Okay, and yeah, it's true, but they don't count inflation. And when they do count inflation, they don't count it the right way. So if you actually know numbers and you just look a little bit deeper, okay, they actually, since the 1960s until 2024, they have actually made 700%. Okay. So it's really not a lot of money. And right now, because you hear, oh my God, if I would have put $1 million in 1960, I'll be a fucking billionaire now. No, that's not true. Okay, it's not true. There's a lot of misinformation for people who don't do their due diligence. Okay, and if you guys just look a little bit more in depth into the numbers and count inflation, especially this past year, people say, or I saw on CNN, oh my God, this past year, 9% inflation. No, guys, we're freaking 28% inflation. That's on the good side. Me being nice. Okay, there's a lot of misinformation there. Okay, especially when it comes to Fortune 500. Like I said, you put your money on the stocks and you get a 9% every year and yada, yada, yada. If you do your numbers right and you go back to the 1960s, 1930s, it actually shows a 700%, not a 9,000% how they portray it. Okay, so you just have to know what you're looking at. And to answer your question, Austin, truck drivers, because they know the business, number one, and number two, people have their money on the stock market.
Great. Yeah, that's super great. That's super great information. it would be nice. I personally know a few truck drivers myself, just from, growing up in a small town in the States. Would be happy to pass along the information. Do you have like some sort of investment, like a pitch deck or something that I can throw
Yeah,
their
I'll
way?
send you the pitch deck. Just shoot me a text and I'll send you the pitch deck.
All right, sounds good.
Guys, any other question when it comes to personal guarantee, no personal guarantee, corporate bonds, business credit, business lines of credit? You guys can ask me anything. I'll tell you whatever, everything I know. And if I don't know, I'll figure it out. But I know most of it.
I got a question on business credit or lines of credit. So in order to get a business line of credit, I mean, the business has to be doing in the positive, or is it something that can be done without, being profitable and without having secured lines of credits?
Yeah, let me ask you something. What time did you came into the chat, into the
I just got in right now.
Okay, yeah. So I went over all that
Okay.
at the beginning. And I'll explain it to you real quick. There's a difference between personal guarantee, no personal guarantee, and corporate bond. For personal guarantee, your business does not need to have profit. For non-personal guarantee, your business does not need to have profit. Okay? For corporate bond, you do need profit on your business.
Right, but I've noticed that even with a personal guarantee, they're still looking at the numbers and looking to see if you're profitable or not, or if you're even going in the right direction. They're looking at 2 or 3 years of returns and seeing how the P&Ls and everything. So
have you tried getting funding yourself?
Oh, we've tried funding ourselves and going through banks and whatnot, and
What's your business name?
it's Infant Tech.
What is it?
Infant Tech.
Infant Tech. Okay, that's why they're looking at your business. Okay, because you're specific in the tech industry.
Right.
Okay, that's why they're looking at your business. If you have, your last name is what? Venecio? Veneciano?
Veneziano.
Okay, so you have Veneciano Solutions, they won't look at your business. Okay, you can open Veneciano Solutions today. If you have good credit and you meet the requirements, they'll give you money without showing any revenue.
And what type of lines of credit amounts?
It all depends. So they give 10% of your stated income. Okay, so if you're telling them yes, and I wouldn't go past 250 or 200,000. So you're telling you're gonna make 200,000, they're gonna give you 20K. As long as you meet the requirements.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason why you're getting
anything above 250, then they want some sort of a audit or something like that.
Yeah.
And those that 20K, that 10%, that's per bank.
Exactly.
But also per specific credit bureau, like you mentioned. So different credit, like, so you can do a few rounds.
So if I go to 5 different banks, I get 100K.
Exactly. If you go to, the way I teach is to go to 9 different banks. As long as you know which bank is pulling which credit bureau, you can hack it and go to 9 different banks, get X amount.
And they have to be done at the same time?
No, it doesn't matter because they're only pulling one credit bureau.
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, it makes it actually does open up a little more
Yeah,
opportunity.
There's a few guys here like Jorge. There's another high, Detroit Legally Solutions. They have business, myself included. Okay, which we teach this stuff. Okay, so if you're interested, I can send you a link. You can join the program. Guys, any other questions?
Thank you.
Of course. Any other questions? Business lines of credit, personal guarantee, no personal guarantee. I'm gonna upload this video on YouTube. Okay, this has been recorded. I'm gonna upload it, but it's not gonna be public. Okay, because there's certain things that I'm not allowed to say, that I can say, that I can get in trouble for when it comes to corporate bonds. Okay, so I'm gonna upload it. If you guys want the recording, text me privately, I'll send it to you. Okay, somebody had a, Sebastian, you had your hand raised?
Yeah, so I'm more of a beginner entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for less than 2 years now, and I just recently applied for my first business credit card. And I was just wondering, when I went in to go and open that account, they never asked me anything about like a personal guarantee or anything along the lines of that. Is it just automatically a personal guarantee if you go and open a checking account, for example, with Chase, and then you apply for one of their credit cards? Or how does this work when it comes to lines of credit? Is there like a default, or what
Did they pull your credit?
They told me it wasn't a hard inquiry on my personal credit, but they did pull my credit. So I guess, yeah, it would be a personal guarantee.
1000%. Yeah, that's your answer.
Okay.
Guys, any other questions?
I have a question, Arturo. I'm in the car right now.
Go ahead.
I know you have this thing on Meta ads. Is that on your YouTube, or is that I know this is totally irrelevant, but where can I go to learn about that stuff?
About what? About ads?
Yeah, Meta ads, like the funding for that. I know you did some nonprofits.
I'm not understanding your question.
Remember you did a YouTube video on Meta ads? Is that still public, or are you still doing something with Meta ads, or no?
Yeah,
like
it is not public, okay, but we can talk about it. I mean, you're in the program, so we can talk about it next Wednesday.
Okay.
I can send to you, I can make it available. But yeah, it's pretty much running ads to your Insta. What are you doing? Coaching?
No. I just want to get the idea. No, this is for a marketing agency.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, if for marketing, it all depends on your price point. There's different strategies.
Yeah. I just wanted to get
I'll send it to you on when, or just write me on private, and I'll have Harold send it to you.
Okay, sweet.
Guys, any other questions? Marvin, yes, we can get on a call. Shoot me at the end, we can get on a call. Okay, guys, so the whole point of this call was to give you guys some, like I said earlier, some of you are in my program, some of you are not, okay? I cannot state it enough. If you guys don't get out the shithole within this next year, it's going to be very tough. Okay, it's literally going to be free money coming up. A lot of free money. When I say free money, I mean you can borrow $1 million at a 5% APY. Hey, sign me up. You know, $10 million at 5%, sign me up. Okay. I will encourage you guys to go all in on your business. Business is faith. Faith on your skills, on God, and trying to do the right thing or doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's my words to you guys. Any other questions that you guys have? I put in my number right there, 786-913-0466, my personal number. You guys can give me a call, any questions, concerns. How can you get money if you want to get clients, if you have clients? How to work out a deal if you want to go ahead and refer people. Hey, I'm all about, I'm a numbers guy, okay? I'm not a motivational guy, even though I post a lot of motivational stuff. I don't believe in motivation. I believe in working hard and doing the right thing. And at the end of the day, numbers talk. Okay, like Flor right there, she started her coaching on, she does funding for non-profit. Okay, started from zero. Now, she charges 25K a client plus a percentage in the back end. Okay. You guys can make money, guys. Everybody here has a skill. Everybody here, is on this call for a reason, to make money, to understand how the money game works. And I'm telling you, corporate bond is the easiest way it's literally printing money out of thin air. Okay, that's literally what it is, printing money out of thin air. We're showing, hey, you're looking good on paper. We have somebody, they're giving you money. That's it.
Arturo,
go ahead.
Quick question. What's the turnaround time for the corporate bonds when you initially start?
6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months before you get it?
6 to 8 months, yes, from start to finish.
Okay.
From starting the documents till you get funded. Guys, any other questions?
I have one question. This is Amy. I'm sorry, I did come in a little bit late and you might have already answered this, so I was reluctant to ask.
You can ask. Go ahead.
Does on the corporate bond, is the credit score required?
Business credit is required, but we handle that.
Business credit, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And you guys can check your business credit. Go to Experian business credit and you guys can see what your business credit is.
Thank you. I know how to do that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? What you can use the money for?
Yeah, you can put the corporate bond money into real estate too, right?
You can put in whatever you want, yeah.
Nice.
Angel, Marvin, Miguel, Osvaldo, Hector, Lucas, Jesus, Zoom user, have no idea who that is. Chico, Dennis, any other questions?
One more, just so no personal credit at all on that bond, just business credit only?
Yes, you can have a bankruptcy and we can still get it, yeah.
Wow, okay, cool, thanks.
Arturo, can you throw your number or call your number again?
Yeah, so I put it in the chat. Okay, my number is 786-913-0466. Yeah, so for corporate bonds, they don't look at your personal. They look at your business and it's business guaranteed. Okay, just because you manage the business, you have nothing to do with it. Okay, guys, so this will conclude. Okay, if you have any questions at all, shoot me a text or a call. We'll go from there. This is what I'm doing. Okay. I already started the corporate bond for my business. I'm looking at getting $14 million. I'm dumping everything into the trucks. Okay, I'll probably stay with like 2 mil just to carry out the loan, okay, until the trucks start becoming profitable. Like I said, it takes 8 to 10 weeks till the trucks hit the road. Okay, it's a 55K buy-in. You guys can get a loan in your business and dump it into the trucks. Okay, there is a limit that we can push a month. So once I get my money, I'm gonna be very specific on who I let in and who I don't let in. Any other questions? Jeff, you all have questions. You don't have a question?
So you learn asking questions.
Yeah.
By the way, corporate bonds and I always knew about, I never heard about corporate bonds. Like I heard about them, but not until you got into it. Treasury bonds, I've always heard about. Do you know anything about those or no? Is there anything similar?
Treasury bonds is just backed up by the US government.
So, but this isn't backed by the government at all.
This is backed by your business.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Corporate bond, all a corporate bond is, instead of you, okay, when you personally guarantee something, it means that with your job, you're gonna pay the loan back. Corporate bond is the corporation guaranteeing that loan. That's all it is. Okay, so don't get it confused. Don't think it's more than what you think it is. It's really not. All a corporate bond is, hey, this business makes enough money and you can get X amount of money because your business makes this much money. That's it. That's literally what a corporate bond is. Okay. All right, guys. So no more questions. Going once.
When are we doing the yacht mastermind in Miami?
I'm not sure. We'll talk about it outside of the
Too
call.
many yachts without us on it right now here. They're all sitting there.
Yeah, we gotta do one soon. Okay, guys, so no more questions. I'm gonna log out. I'll conclude this meeting. For those of you who are in my mastermind, hey, thank you guys for joining. We'll talk next week on what I have for you guys. Like I said, guys, you guys bring people in, you know, what I can tell you is the more people you help out, the more money you're gonna make. Okay, I give a lot of information. I have helped a lot of people. Okay, go from 0 to a couple $100,000 a month to starting their own business. I give a lot of free information. What I can tell you is when money comes, it comes, and you better take advantage of it and don't stop. And that's what I'm gonna be doing. That's what everybody here should be doing. If you have access to money, you can get access to money, go all in. Don't be scared. Okay, it's all in your mindset. You're scared. Oh my God, I'm $1 million in debt. Whoopsie-doo. Oh well. The freaking country is trillions of dollars in debt. Who cares? Do they care? Nobody cares. The country is in debt. A lot of money. The country goes bankrupt. Okay. What? You can restart 7 years from now. Worst case scenario. Yeah, Trump was billions of dollars in debt. You know, so don't be scared. Being in debt is not a crime. Okay, maybe you're scared. Why? Because we grew up with freaking with morals, okay, with dignity. Oh my God, let's not, you know, let's make sure this better work out. Nothing is certain. Nothing is certain. Business is not certain. You know, those of you who've been with me for a long time know that, hey, I had great months, I had $0 months. You know what I'm saying? So being in debt is not a crime. If you lose that money, it's not a crime. What can you do? You did your best to try to make it happen. Okay, so I don't even stress it. Trust me, I don't stress it. My bills are high. I got my bills are pretty high. Okay, for my age, you know. Hey, it is what it is. I know God will provide. He's never let me down. Trust me, never let me down. Okay, when I didn't have the 20K to pay for, you know, the penthouse and the car and my house and employees, next thing you know, boom, money showed up. Literally, that's how I've been living. So guys, I'm gonna log out. I won't take much of your time. We will talk next Wednesday. Miguel, I sent you the link, so you're more than welcome to join again. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, Arturo.
I appreciate you, Arturo.
Appreciate you
So
guys
much
too.
info. Thank you.
For sure. Have a good one.